Hello everybody, my name is Pyrac, and in today's video I'm going to do a video that I thought I did a long time ago, where I go fight Primordial Malzeno with a build that doesn't have any decorations, augments, or an extremely strong talisman. And I'm going to do that today with the Charge Blade, with a guard up 1 talisman. As you can see, no augments on these pieces, and there's no decorations in here by the lack of green numbers, of course. And just in case you're new and didn't know, green numbers do mean decorations in that skill page. As you can see here, there's nothing here. But yeah, let's go take on a Primordial Malzeno with basically nothing. Alright, let's get this over with. I personally find this more enjoyable with SAD, that's why we're actually using it today instead of Spinning Axe. While Spinning Axe is nice and comfortable because you've got your ready stance and whatnot, you kind of really need a lot of skills to make it work. SAD is kind of the same as well, like just damage wise. You really want to have a lot of the skills to make SAD shine. But I find it way more enjoyable with this, so I'm going to do this instead. That's, yeah, not a safe opening, but I'll take the damage. As long as he doesn't shield slam, we're safe. That's okay. With SAD as well, you will be trading quite a lot. So just be ready to do that. This is probably one of the only safe openings, and I got punished off it anyway. Of course, it's alright. But as long as you stay relatively healthy, you should be fine. Always do some kind of action out of the sword charge, because it goes into a flourish state if you don't press anything, and then by the time that you get hit by something else, you're probably trying to input something and it won't let you because you were in flourish. It's okay. Counter that into sword. Again, always do an action out of it. Shouldn't have done that, so I'm just going to do that instead. There's 2 sweet spots with that attack there. The first one is the close one that you actually saw there. The second one is the far one, which is the one I normally go to, because I find it to be a lot more consistent. Nice. The cat healed me as well. Again, always do an action out of the sword charge because it goes to a flourish. I tried to back up a little bit to get to that sweet spot. Nice, he walked towards. We get punished, but that's okay. We've got enough health to survive trading with him. That's kind of the goal of it. It's just have enough to survive trades. Shield slam. We can charge the sword. Again, always do an action. That's fine, just wait it out. Try to back up a little bit so we get to that sweet spot. Again, I just find it way more consistent to go backwards instead of forwards with that one. Counter peek off that. When I say counters, by the way, the 2 ways to determine it, because we got 2 counters. If you see like blue silks coming off me, that means I'm using counter peek performance and not counter thrust or guard point. Also, off enrages like that. A lot of information coming out. Off the like roars and stuff like that, try to go... I didn't input that, but that's okay. Off the enrages and whatnot where he actually does roars or stance changes, try to go slightly to his sides, because he actually misses... Oh, what am I thinking? Because he usually turns to you and then tries to back up. We can guard both of these. Also going to hit this healing bat just for healing later on. That's fine. Nice, we were in the close safe spot. I'll take this trade, it's going to hurt a lot. Wow, okay, I'm surprised I was able to guard that in time. We need red vials as a reminder. 1, 2, we can't let anything off that, just swap back. Directly in front of him, we can counter it. Should take a little bit of time off that, but it's still generally a trade. As you see, we got lucky with 2 staggers from prop breaks. Counter it, go to axe, just to be safe. Because later on, he can follow that up. We're not to the side, but always aim towards him. It's okay. Unfortunately, we didn't get a wire bug. That's a big opening off that double thrust. So definitely try to have a wire bug for that. I'm getting fast so I can counter the tail and hopefully hit his butt. Well, we hit one of them at least. Nice, go to that. We counter off that. Counter thrust. Or counter... No, guard point. Countermorph, that's the name of it. So if you see silken lines, it means it's counter peak performance. If you do not see them, that means it's a countermorph slash. And the reason you would do one over the other is obviously if you have wire bugs, he always roars off that as well. Obviously if you have the wire bugs and you don't have shells, then you would go for that instead. Where is he going? Or if you have shells and you want extra damage, then you would do countermorph instead. It's a little bit confusing. I've actually made videos on it and I've talked about it a lot more in other videos as well, if you need help with it. But essentially counter thrust makes your SAD do more damage. So if you have the vials and you know you can guard it normally, then go for that instead. I'm just going to walk out of here, but I didn't make it. That's alright. Also need to cleanse this. Guard point with axe draw. For those that don't know, there is a guard point on axe draw, so you can do that if you're ever in a pinch. It's just very tight timing, I think is the word. It's a very small window. That's the second worst option he could have ever chosen off that. It's that or the big, like, super tail slam. You don't want to see him do either of them. That one. And we don't have vials, sadly. But we don't have shield charge either, so we take those. One quick one. It did not charge. Fantastic. Get our shield charge off. Okay. Watch the orbs. That also shouldn't have reached. I was about to say, always go left if you want to try and avoid those thrusts, because it tracks a lot less. Here went the cat. Did indeed go the cat. Just a failed damage check. Try your best to get away from them, and then die of this. You can't counter it at all, so just don't. It's also not a full opening in this phase. If he's in last phase, it's actually an opening, but it's not here. So just be cautious. He will get up and swing, essentially. Try getting the sweet spot, so we get some damage. Oh. Okay, that was a fantastic stagger. We had to counter peak performance that attack as well, and you can only do it with guard up, which is why we do have guard up on here. That's fine. Obviously couldn't get away to get the tail to hit me and not his arm. That's fine. Double thrust. Nice, he readjusted his tracking so we actually got the hit. Because it looked like he was going for the cat there, it was quite weird. Single orb. I don't think that's an opening. No, it's not. Okay. Go to axe, just to be safe. That's fine. Oh, just short of the wire bug. That's alright. Again, I went to the back to try and hit his tail. That's fine. Guard point the orbs. Watch the follow-up. 1, 2. Get some swings back on him. Cancel that. He didn't go to last phase, which is very bad for me, because he definitely should have by now, but that's alright. I also should have gotten a mount by now, but that's also fine. Get some vials. Wow, he's choosing this a lot. That's really gross, actually. I'm going to flash just so I can sharpen. We shouldn't have to sharpen. I should have gotten the mount by... He's blind, by the way. We should have gotten the mount already, so I shouldn't have had to blind, but that is why you carry flashes and stuff on you. Just in case. Of course, SAD doesn't care about sharpness, but I still don't want to bounce off him if I can help it. Guard point immediately so we don't flourish. Should be able to hit him here. Last phase, potentially. Nope, that's fine. Go to axe. That's fine. We can counter thrust off that. Counter morph off that. I don't know why I'm thinking thrust. Okay, that was a fantastic time for it because he chose one of the two worst options for it, as I said earlier. Definitely don't want him to do that or the Giga Tail Slam. Also, I forgot that I don't have load shells. So I probably should have waited just to counter this, but it's fine. We still landed an SAD at least. He should double in range. No, we haven't made it to the last phase yet. That's awful. I thought we would have made it by now. Trying to push the damage. It's not normally a safe opening there, but I do want to try and push him to last phase. Because I feel like he should have been by now. That's fine, counter that. Again, I'm just pushing damage. These are not safe openings. That's fine. Thrust, we're far enough. Should be a stun or the check. There it is, okay. We get one here really quick. Try and get as close as possible to him there because he does back up, as you can see. And then go the opposite wing. You get 2 SAD opportunities here as long as you have the wire bugs for it. One is from his big overhead slash. He'll do one like this, where you roll away, and then one forward. You can counter this one with guard up, and then if you get far enough away, you can counter the next one. Nice and juicy. I'll take it, get some more vials. And that's basically the opening we're going to abuse in this last phase, is just that one. Hopefully we get the good nuke a few times over so we can do it a few more times. Really reliably at least. Just careful of what he does. Counter that. It's not a full opening as you can see. Shield slam into that, and now we're safe to heal. He chose the bad nuke. I tried to guard point it. I have to guard point that so I can block the rest. This is the bad nuke out of the two. You do still get 2 SADs out of it potentially, which is fine. You just got to be a little bit more careful. It's off this double tail thrust. Nice and easy. So there's one. And your second one is off this explosion again, but we were too close, which is fine. Obviously, if we had load shells, we'd be able to land another one really quickly there as well. Even though we messed up, but I'm still going to go for it. We missed all of it, that's fine. Oh, good stagger. Go to axe so we can morph. Or guard point the next one. But that works. He should be getting very close to dead. We have to be careful because I have no wire bugs to counter a lot. That's not a full opening. You can go to sword there if you want to get extra damage in as well. I was just being safe. Unlucky. I thought I could guard in time. Could not. I was inputting sword that whole time, but that's alright. Move. Double thrust. We might finish him here as long as he hits me. Because we still get a good opening off that, even this late into the phase. Or into the hunt. Good opening. Let's go. So he's 100% dead here as long as we survive the nuke. That is the worst time for paralysis. Wow, my cats are actually throwing. Okay. My cats almost threw so hard, but that works. But that's Primordial Malzeno with the Charge Blade. I know I stuttered a lot. There's a lot of information here to try and get across. Just expect to trade with Primordial Malzeno, have enough health to trade with Charge Blade, and you'll have a much better time. As usual though, here was the build. As I showed at the start, I didn't swap it around. I didn't change anything on it. Still exactly the same. There's no decorations on here, as you can see by the lack of green numbers. But yeah, that was taking on Primordial Malzeno with no decorations, no armor augments, and a very easy to acquire talisman, not broken in the slightest, with the Charge Blade. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.